Cinephils, GF97 here. I'm here with Adamtheultimatewhovian.
Hiya.
Without being over a hangout today.
No, we're not. We're actually
no screen
there.
in front, no.
No.
So yeah, we're going to be talking about the second Doctor, celebrating his 50 years with Power of the Daleks, talking about his favourite moments, our favourite moments with his character. And yeah, briefly talking about the Power of Daleks animation, because we've both seen it.
We have.
Both love it. When the second Doctor arrived on our screens back in 1966 after the 10th Planet, it was such a big task, and he must have felt so much pressure doing it.
Definitely.
Without his success, making the character completely different, with also keeping that sort of magic, has allowed us to talk about it today.
Yeah, but
I think essentially, yeah.
I think the best thing, I'm sort of jumping ahead to Power of Daleks.
Yeah.
He doesn't call himself the Doctor.
No, he doesn't.
He sort of says it in the third person.
What was great seeing in that was how he's evolved. Like you could see in that story, watching Power of Daleks, the animated version, was how far he's come. Like you could tell he's sort of treading the groundwork, seeing what works.
Yeah.
You can see the comedy is really pushed in that. I think he does strap that back a bit when we come into the later story. What's your favourite parts of the second Doctor character?
I just love how essentially he can be a clown, but he's clever at the same time. It's a nice moment with like the Doctor and Jamie, and they come across as brothers in a way.
Yeah.
But
that's
not
a good
like
relationship. Yeah.
It's a nice relationship, but it's not like intent. It's not like putting on the nose saying, "Yep, they're brothers" or anything. It's just what imagine that being interesting plot twist. I just like the relationships he builds. I think one of the cool things about William Hartnell is he builds on relationships. I think, and he's building his skills. And then you sort of when you get to the second Doctor, a Doctor who you just see is much more kinder than William Hartnell was. But you sort of just have that accessibility, I think, as well, because the Doctor was really, I think with the first Doctor, he was accessible. Patrick Troughton, the second Doctor, he'd be easy to travel in the TARDIS with. I think he's one of the easiest as well. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I said, I think you just got it sort of like, he's really accessible. Again, for me, I think he just has some really outstanding qualities. He's the first one, obviously, to pitch the comedy and the drama. Like, obviously, William Hartnell was very serious, like, do you know what I mean? This is sort of introducing it, and he balanced it so well. That's one of my favourite aspects of him. Do you have any favourite moments? Through his era, or?
There is a scene in the Wheel in Space I quite like. When he confronts the Cybermen, I just like that scene. I just like his vulnerability, and I really like that. And he's very quick-witted, I think. I think it's Caesar Deborah, he's got those like, shield things and the Ice Warriors and such. And then the invasion, I think he uses like gadgets, so he's quite a gadget man, as the Doctor would be. But
into what to come.
I think that scene in Wheel in Space I do really like. I like his confrontation with the Time Lords, I gotta admit, as well. That's
cool because that was something that built up from An Earthly Child.
Yeah.
And it just came to fruition then.
And it ends the 60s.
This is round it off in the 60s. I think there are many great moments. There's just, like I said, so many.
And it's like nice comedy as well, where in Paradise is like, fruit!
Yes.
And that was really well animated as well.
That's a great story. Now, obviously, there are many different stories with Pat.
Yeah.
A few of mine favourites: Enemy of the World, Tomb of the Cybermen,
The Mind Robber.
I quite enjoyed The Mind Robber.
Yeah, so do I.
To be honest with me, I think it's a bit overhyped. I will get a slack for that, but those are the episodes which are obviously with us.
Yeah, and then we have the Crotons and the Dominators.
Yeah, God,
yeah.
But there again, they are worth watching solely because of Pat's performance. A bit like Peter Capaldi, like there's some stories like Friday the Night, which I feel like I couldn't watch without.
And the Crotons was the very first story to be written by acclaimed classic series writer Robert Holmes.
How far he came.
And then he did the Space Pirates, and then some people don't like that. But then he'd later go on to produce some absolute classics in the 70s.
But maybe it was because obviously it did sort of re-change its format. Through the 70s.
They were companions, well. He starts off, of course, Bonnie and Ben, and then Jamie, of course, comes from the Highlanders. When you say favourite companions, it's Jamie for me. It's got to be Jamie. I just think like, they have such a nice relationship on screen and off screen. I heard a story that Fraser Hines told at the Power of Dark screening. It was the rehearsal for the 5 Doctors, and they were sort of like really happy to see each other. And I think like John Pertwee goes to Elizabeth Satan and we weren't like that, like fooling about and such.
Wow.
I
just think, like you said, their off-screen dynamic. Really affected, like, and that does come into effect how your chemistry works on screen.
Yeah, Michael Craze didn't like Patrick Troughton's sort of like curly hair, but like Annika Wills sort of like did it up, and then and then Patrick Troughton looked in the mirror and said, "I like it."
So yeah, if I had to pick a favourite companion, definitely be Jamie's Fraser Hines, like the two second Doctor and Fraser Hines, Jamie, just go hand in hand really.
But who do you think like you work best with? Deborah Watling's Victoria or Wendy Padbury's Zoe?
Ooh, I don't know.
I'd say Zoe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen more stories obviously with them together, but I think Zoe's a more sophisticated character. Like, less screamy. It was quite nice to sort of see that, because Victoria's very sort of like the cliche of what we portray a companion was. One of the most horrible things with the Patch Rat era is that so much of his great stuff is obviously missing. Now, if you, Adam, could trade one episode of Patrick Troughton's for another missing episodes, what would it be?
Oh, not any entirely Doctor Who, like...
No.
I can't...
Oh, you have to trade a Patrick Troughton story.
I have to trade a
Patrick Troughton story.
Oh, why can't I get rid of In the Forest of the Night or Hellbent for...
yeah, that's the thing.
Daleks.
There's so many from the new series. I just have.
And it was time and they're only, my god. But it had to be like the Crotons for. I really want to find out more about Fury from the Deep, which is Victoria's last story, and I heard that's like quite a claustrophobic story anyway.
Yeah. For me the Crotons I'd trade quite happily. But yeah, no, Fury from the Deep. Literally just that one scene which survived. Those sort of men just doing that terrifying scream.
Yeah.
It's just enough. Like, and obviously seeing pictures of the creation, like the squid monster, is just like a personification of Doctor Who and just like siege story.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah. But we do have animations, and most recently we've had Power of the Daleks come to our screens in animation form. What did you think of that? Because obviously you went to the screening.
Yes, I did.
How was that?
The screening, the screening itself was great. But the episodes, I really liked them. There's, it's nice to sort of get audience reaction from sort of very funny lines like the fruit, and it was they got it was
stuff we usually pick up on.
Yeah, it was a very unique experience watching Doctor Who amongst those people, because I remember seeing Deep Breath at the cinema and everyone was just really silent, but everyone was sort of reaction. Everyone was clapping after the end credits. Oh, goosebumps! Literally, when you see the first Doctor's shadow, like during the regeneration scene, you got goosebumps. And Adam, the Geek's Handbag, would back me up on that. Yeah, we both had goosebumps, because you've seen pictures of sort of Patrick laying and the noise, and sort of seeing that with motion. I really kind of just like, wow. Like, I was kind of wowed at the fact that we're actually sort of seeing it, essentially this story. Like, hearing it is one thing, but seeing it with the visuals, it's absolutely fantastic. I like when they're on Vulcan, sort of when the TARDIS lands and such, the planet and stuff like. And the Daleks are really well animated in that story as well, I think.
Yeah, I think they're the best animated stuff of that story. I think some of it is a bit juxtaposition-y, like.
It's reflective of the time, I think, the animation.
I was going to say,
even the time they had, like they had time constraints just like the 60s, which I think makes it just even more authentic of that time.
No, I think I bought on the BBC store and I plan to buy it on the DVD and the Blu-ray. I think that's like
people are actually.
Because I just want more of it. Do you mean? It's just like,
the day of recording, people are getting their DVDs, haven't they, through the post and Amazon and such. I'm really looking forward to seeing if it's come through, and if I literally go home tonight and it's there, I'm binging.
You have to ring me saying like
it's come.
Seeing the Power of Dark's animation, see how well that worked. Is there any sort of dream ones you'd like to see animated?
I'm assuming the obvious one is Evil of the Daleks, to be honest. So Victoria's first story, I believe. And it's just another Dalek story and such. It's very Victorian as well. I tell you, I know I'm sort of sidetracking. There's some like Hartnell stories, like the Marco Polo and such. I think that'd be quite cool.
For me, like I said, the most logical step is Evil of the Daleks. Like, so obviously they've got the Dalek animations like pitch perfect. And obviously it would be cool to see Emperor Dalek again. Hopefully, this does spark more animations.
Definitely,
because I think it's just the way to go. And like obviously, it's been 50 years, and we may get some more stories come from reels. Like it may come out of nowhere, but I think for now, animation is just the great way to sort of relive the great era that was the second Doctor era.
Oh, absolutely,
definitely. So that was our second Doctor discussion. Thank you very much for watching.
Thank you.
Please comment, like, and subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter, like the Gallifrey Program Facebook page, on Instagram, links in the description below. Thank you to Adam for helping me with this one.
Yeah, no problem.
He's obviously go to subscribe to Adamtheultimatewhovian.
Thank you.
You're doing a second Doctor month at the minute as well.
I'm doing Power of the Daleks episode review, DVD review.
So if you want more Patrick Troughton, go to his channel and subscribe. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.